Morning, everybody. It's Nikki Jordan here with God Space and day 13 of doing anything with my body in the name of push-ups to combat mental health, depression, and bring awareness to mental health, depression, and suicide. So here we go. I hope the doggy doesn't get in the way. Some of this you're probably not going to be able to see much of me because I already know what my body wants to do. Okay. I'm going to start with my cat-cow, putting up the back. And I did a lot of reflexology on people yesterday, which was really nice, just family members. And somehow it loosened my body. That always happens to me. Do you work on others? And when you do that, you also get something out of it? I love that. Okay, so we have finally been able to see the sun. All right, so the push-ups. I still can't do it. There is something in my chest that is just not, I can just do that much. It's weak and pulling. But I'll keep trying. And it doesn't even matter. Dropping the hips to one side, dropping the hips to the other side. All the while strengthening the arms. All right. So I'm pushing my shins against my hands. Lifting up, using the pelvic floor to help me lift up. So I'm pushing my hands against my shins to push up. And shins against hands. All right, and I can feel that all right, I got a cramp in my right arm. So I'm just gonna push up. So I slid my hand through and I'm gonna push up with my shoulder. I'm gonna actually push up with my forearm and then lift my shoulder. Yeah, I got a cramp. Do it on the other side. Slide the shoulder through. Pushing up with my forearm and my hand. It's a way to open and strengthen at the same time. And I'm also pushing through my opposite hand, not the one that's, so my forearm. And this one I'm pushing through my forearm or my hand on my left hand that slid through. And the other hand is pushing up normally, like a push-up. Let's try it again. See what happens. Nope. Okay, there's something wrong with my elbow. All right, so I don't do things that hurt me. So I'm going to have to figure out how to stretch that. Oh, my body says it wants to do these. So pushing up and pulling down and pushing up and pulling down. Just like I did upside down the other way. Pushing up as though you have something that's a resistance there and pulling in. So you feel the resistance. And I can tell my right leg is stronger than my left because it can push harder against the invisible. Okay, well, that's it today. And the connection of the tendons right here is what hurt. All right, so the sun is out in San Francisco area. The sky is not blue, but the sun is not beet red. And so everybody's feelings have lifted a little bit. You can feel it outside. It's not so apocalyptic. And it's one of the things that is really interesting is people tend to think that things are permanent, right? Things are usually not permanent. Our emotions are not permanent. And when something changes, like we have these tremendous fire seasons now that we never had before, we adjust. We might go through this process of fearing everything, but human beings are so resilient in some level. Now, not everybody, right? But there's a process by which we go and we change to the next level. And that is what helps us with mental health and depression issues, is that if we don't see things as static, is that there's a possibility they can change. And I am quite optimistic. And someone said that in what we're seeing right now, our baseline, like people that have a baseline of what the world is like, and they would go off and try their new things and new ways of being. What if our baseline is shifting? That's a little uncomfortable, but what if it's okay to be uncomfortable and just go, oh, we're going to have a new baseline, and it requires more of us, right? Did we get so complacent, or did we think that we could keep going the way that we always did? And it will help our mental health to have the idea that, when we have no baseline of what things should be, that security, that we get to create what the next level is like. When we get to create what the next level of living is like, what the norms will be, that's pretty exciting, at least to me. But then I'm a glass half full person. Okay, have a nice day.